Well, in the main leaks that we've had recently, this is the leak I think I've been most looking forward to because we are, again, coming up really soon to the gameplay trailer release at Summer Game Fest. So this leak is a leak about the gameplay trailer and more about the gameplay mechanics, which is what I think we're all kind of looking forward to. So this leak is called Mortal Kombat 1 Summer Game Fest Details by Need to Know Basis. Alright, so let's dive right into it. So it says gameplay trailer features Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Katana, Melina, and Johnny Cage, as well as select scenes from story mode, teases of fatalities for Kung Lao, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Melina, and Johnny Cage, as well as glimpses at 3 arenas: Sindel's Garden, Hollywood Backlot, and Shaolin Monastery. Interesting stuff. So we know that just from this first piece alone, just as in previous gameplay trailers, we're going to kind of highlight our main roster, which is what we saw in the gameplay, or what we saw in the cinematic trailer. So that'd be Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Katana, Melina. But now we also have Johnny Cage, which has been, teased and confirmed. We don't know if we'll see him as the Johnny Cage that we know, or he'll be with the skin for Jean-Claude Van Damme. But nonetheless, we know that he will be there. And it's nice to know that we'll have some maybe story interactions that kind of better set up the story of what's going on, because I think that's also what we're looking forward to. So I like that we're going to also showcase some of the fatalities, because throughout the history of Mortal Kombat, I think if you were to look at, there's plenty of videos out there of all the fatalities over time for Katana and Melina, and it's kind of interesting to see what will they do next. Are they going to revamp a variation of old? That's what they kind of also do, is, I saw this back in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and now they've brought to the 2023 and they made it better and cooler. So that kind of stuff. So it'll be kind of cool to see that. Let's see. I thought also interesting as far as the 3 arenas, where I want to say have Hollywood Backlot, which is going to be something for Johnny Cage. The Shaolin Monastery could be for Liu Kang or Kung Lao. And then Sindel's Garden, I don't know if that's going to be more for Katana, or maybe Sindel will be, in this game. So kind of have to wait and see that. But continuing on, it talks about the cameos. So the cameo feature will be shown off and displayed. Cameo fighters featured in this segment will be Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Aaron Black, and Goro. Now, I don't know if that's going to be like Scorpion playing and then Sub-Zero is his cameo, and then like Aaron Black and Goro, or if it's just all 4 of those players are going to be shown off as cameos. But it's interesting to see that Aaron Black and Goro are going to be kind of confirmed here. Now, Goro wasn't, playable in the last one. He was present in the game as a non-playable character, but it's kind of interesting to see that Goro is going to make a presence now. He was in MKX, so now it's going to be kind of cool to see that kind of play out. So I'm interested to see how that really works, because a lot of people still don't. We have kind of an idea like a tag team, but we don't really know exactly how it's going to work. So it goes on to say offensive and defensive meters return and will be shown off, but there is now a 3rd meter specifically for for super moves, which are now simply called lethals and are no longer tied to player health bars. There is also now a significantly quicker dash mechanic that allows for faster than Mortal Kombat 11's gameplay. I think this is something that, I love or hate the way the meters were. They've all kind of changed over time as you play different versions of the game, but I personally always liked having a meter for super moves, so you kind of better know what's going on, whether you want to call it lethals or not. I personally like that. That's just my personal preference, but you can let me know yours. But I think that's something that's kind of interesting to see, and I can picture that, being shown when they show off the fatalities and stuff. Obviously, you're fighting, your lethal comes on, and then bam, something like that. It doesn't have to be at the very end, but moving on, it talks about character customization will also be shown off between skins, intros, outros, and abilities for the revealed 8 characters. So just like they've done in past trailers, I know like with Rain, when they did the DLC trailer, they kind of did it really, really fast. They were showing off Rain, and then they showed off his skin customizations, and it was like really fast cycling through all the stuff. And of course, with the intro, that was kind of how they led into the video. And then of course, his dialogue with the characters, and then some of his moves, So I guess they'll, maybe give us bits, maybe 1 to 3 skin. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see how they do that. I don't know if they're going to like show a character, give us some brief dialogue between, or I guess it'd be between 2 characters, some brief dialogue between 2 characters, and then maybe show them like in different skins in the gameplay. So I guess if I'm not explaining myself very well, what I'm trying to say is, if you were looking at the 8 characters, if you were to pair those 4 to 4, you know, like Luke, let's say it's Liu Kang and Raiden, and Kung Lao and Scorpion, and Sub-Zero and Mileena, and Kitana and Johnny Cage. If you were to pair those, and let's say like Liu Kang and Raiden, you know, in the initial story mode, you know, dialogue mode for the intro, I had them talking to each other in their normal outfits. And then if the gameplay where I could kind of see their skins and abilities, I have them in a different skin, and then they kind of show off what they do as far as, you know, their feature sets, you know, and then they do some fatality, and that could be like the outro for whoever's the winner. Maybe they'll do something like that. And then it goes on to say, segment ends with a special trailer for a new character reveal, Reptile. Reptile fans, you're finally going to get what you've been asking for, hopefully. We'll finally hopefully get to see some Reptile action. Now, he has been teased quite a bit. All the Combat Pack DLCs from Mortal Kombat 11, we thought we were going to get him, amongst Smoke and Ermac and others. So I hope that they do have him in here. I think if we're going with like the reset timeline kind of thing, it would make sense that he is present in the universe. So why not have him in here? But, you know, we'll have to wait and see if he's going to be more shown off like a ninja, if he's going to be in, you know, his species form. You know, we're not really sure, but he has been a fan favorite that a lot of fans have want. And I'm really interested to see if maybe we get stuff that's not really featured in this leak, you know. I think overall this is what fans are looking forward to as far as what they want at Summer Game Fest. This is really what we want. I want to know more about the story. Obviously, we have our base roster of people that we're going to be playing with. So I would love to see more of the world that Liu Kang has built and what it looks like with the new graphics set, because from what I've seen so far, if Sindel's Garden, it kind of mimics what, we don't know for sure, but if I'm taking, you know, the scene where Kitana and Mileena are in the carriage, that's more of like a Dinia. I would be really lucky to see if that's going to be kind of mimic that world and the graphic and the details and all that kind of good stuff, the kingdom, right? Hollywood Backlot, I'm trying to remember, you know, we've had the arcade and some other stuff, the subway. Have we had a Hollywood scene before? You know, I don't know. I don't know if we have, but it'd be kind of cool to have one. I don't know why we don't. I wish we kind of had the stages from each of the characters' kind of history, you know. It'd be kind of interesting. Shaolin Monastery, we've had something similar to that, so it'd be kind of cool to see that. I'm just really wanting to see the detail in the stages, because I think that's going to be the main thing with the way the graphics are set. We want to see all that kind of detail. As far as the cameos go, I think we just kind of want to mainly see the functionality between how you swap fighters in and out. I don't know if the trailer's going to tell us anything as far as are like Aaron Black and Goro playable characters outside of cameos. Maybe they'll kind of give us like a brief, like you pick your player and like this is your cameo list character select. Maybe they'll do something like that. It's still kind of up in the air, not really sure what they're going to do, but I don't know that they'll do that. If they do, it's maybe like a glimpse, maybe just a glimpse of what they're going to show us. But I'm looking forward to seeing, just the basic functionalities of that. But everything else is kind of standard stuff for a gameplay trailer, and I'm really looking for like the fatalities, because I think that's probably one of the main things is how they fight in the moment, and then of course the fatalities. I really think that a lot of fans want to see what special moves you're going to be dealing with, and in all the trailers I can think of from Mortal Kombat, that's what they like to highlight the most. So let me know in the comments what you think about the gameplay trailer and gameplay mechanics leak. Is this stuff that you like? Are you excited for? Are you excited for Summer Game Fest 2023 on June 8th? And what do you want from Mortal Kombat 11? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.